Morning, everyone. I'll go from the Polk County Board of Commissioners, April 22nd, 9 a.m. Commissioner Polk is excused. Extra announcements are on the back table by the entrance door. First up is comments for on this agenda. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Please state your name and address for the record, please. And you have 3 minutes.
Oh, does that turn it on?
It's all on. And you don't have to lean forward. You go.
Joan Bostrom, 14920 Ferns Corner Road in Monmouth. I'm one of your county people. I spend a lot of time at 10995 Mistletoe Road, which is my partner's property. He is, I give you a little handout. His farm is the fence line that is in the picture next to this. He's the only home that is directly impacted along the property line of this Monmouth land swap. What my concern is how the county, if this goes through, will separate farm property from this. Some people say 840 homes. They don't call them homes, they call them units, to 1,050 units on 80 acres. So that's our concern, is how the county will protect farmland. Now, I was here and enjoyed, believe it or not, the finance director last time when he spoke. And I noticed that there's a lot of deficits possibly coming up in the county. So this is my suggestion. You don't approve the city taking that land as going into the city. You keep it for the little bit of taxes, but the fairgrounds, you go develop that fairgrounds with the low income housing. You've got sewer, you've got water, you're right next to major transportation, and you collect the fees from the developers. And that's my suggestion on how to balance your budget. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to say, you guys are Purple Heart County. John Moore, the property involved, has 3 Purple Hearts from Vietnam. He was a corpsman assigned to the Marines under deep penetration, and he hand-to-hand fought with the Red Chinese, not the Viet Cong. And they were under strict orders, top secret, if it was ever divulged, Leavenworth. And they finally released that prohibition a couple of years ago.
Thank you. Name and address.
Thank you.
You have
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Before I start, I might just say, I also know Mr. Moore, and he still is recovering from things that he experienced during that war. So he's a good man. David Pastor, 11100 Mistletoe Road in Monmouth, Oregon. I'm not sure about the relationships here, but I'll just say I was a superintendent at Shutter Creek Correctional Institution on the coast until Kate Brown shut it down. I'm not a big fan. I told an officer once in his email that he had to take something out. He had a picture of a man kneeling in front of a cross. And I didn't object to it myself personally. I am a man of faith myself, tried to be. But I said, you have to take it down. He said, why? I said, well, if next week someone wants to have a man kneeling in front of Satan, I'll have to say yes. So you have to be equal to everyone. Your personal opinions, I said, we're not here to do that. We're here to work to help inmates change. It's a great program, the best job I ever had. Now, I think you will agree that in public service, most of you have to be careful to separate your public life from your personal life. Like if you were to leave here, Mr. Gordon, and you get pulled over for speeding, I don't think you do. But if you did, the first thing out of your mouth should not be, I'm your boss's boss, or something like that. You would just take care of it like you would any citizen. I have a couple of letters here, and I'll give them to the chair to look at. Describe them briefly. One is a letter from Andrew McGuigan, who I don't know, never met. He's not a friend or foe. It was submitted March 25th to the legislature, and it had to do with a very important bill to those of us in the county, HB 2647. It's a speed tracking of bringing in property from the UGB into the UGB, rather. Last spring, I was just waiting for the good weather to come. Didn't know about the meeting in the legislature. No one testified against it. Even Anna Sharp said, no one was there except 1,000 Friends of Oregon. And she said, they're against everything. So I would have been there to protest it because it's a bad idea for many reasons that I won't go into right now. But I came over to find out about it and I spoke with Ms. Shorter. She's the assistant. And to her credit, I still don't know where she stands on this issue. She gave me neutral information and I commend her for that. Now, I know that Mr. McGuigan is entitled to his opinion, but when it is appearing on Polk County Commissioner's state letterhead, it looks like you as county commissioners may support that. That's what the legislators could think. And we have never heard about that. As citizens, we should have a chance to give our opinions. And we have not had that opportunity on a bigger scale. But there is a remedy. This does flow into your lane of work. And if the city does continue, we're still fighting it at the city level. They have approved it, but there's problems with that. Am I done with time?
That's time, sir.
I was afraid of. May I finish my sentence at least? Okay, thank you. The city may or may not approve it, but you as county commissioners could have a public hearing on it because if they do, it'll come to you. And we would definitely be glad to come and give our opinions. The city could come too. The only thing I would ask is if you give us 3 minutes, you give the city 3 minutes. That's what we were restricted at in the city level. Thank you for the time and the opportunity.
Thank you for coming. Is there anyone else? Okay, next up for approval of agenda.
I'll move approval.
I'll second that. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Approval of minutes from April 1st, 2026.
So moved.
I will second that, but I wasn't here, so, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. And approval of consent calendar.
I'll move approval.
I'll second that. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Next up is the length of service awards. Mr. Matt Hopkins.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the board. I was under the impression we were going to have actually 100% attendance today, but we have 2 of 3, so that's impressive. That's not what we always get. But we would like to recognize these employees, and we're going to first start with Amy Everetts of the Assessor's Office for 15 years of service. So come on down. You get to go out front and you get to take everyone's hand. It's like a really big deal.
Thank you.
You get this, you get your, yeah, you get,
Yes.
you do.
Years you were doing so?
15 here and then 16 in my previous job.
Then you get to give a speech.
No.
No.
I have enjoyed working here. I left my previous job at the title company that I've worked for 16 years, so coming here, I really enjoyed Polk County. Thank you all.
We'll keep it going.
Back.
Next, we would like to recognize Jennifer Leaf with our Behavioral Health Department, also for 15 years of service. So Jennifer, come on down. Congratulations. Noelle wanted to be here.
She told me that, but I'm not sure about
She
that.
wanted to be here. She even sent an email to let us know she wanted to be
Yeah.
here, but could not
That's what
today.
she said.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks. Yep, but it's fine.
Got her for 5. Sorry. Negotiations. You don't want to do a speech?
Oh, speech. I have enjoyed working at Polk County. I've been here 15 years, which is a long time, and I didn't really want to work here in the beginning. I had an internship here, but then a job came available, and so I took it, and this is the best county you could ever work for, honestly. I've worked at Benton, and I've worked at Marion, and Polk is definitely the best county. So anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you, Jennifer. And last but not least, I don't know if he hit his 25-year mark and went and turned his PERS paperwork in. I have no idea, but we want to recognize Sergeant Todd Fink with the Sheriff's Office for 25 years of service to the county. That's all I have.
Thank you. I will tell you, What makes Polk County so great are the employees that we have. For all of you. We do. Next up is supplemental budget. Resolution number 2603, Mr. Greg Hansen.
The chair, members of the board, I'm recommending approval of resolution 26-03 in the to increase revenues and appropriations within the building improvement fund for Polk County. As you're aware, in August, we discovered issues with the academy roof. As a result, we had to have an emergency repair of that facility at the tune of about $700,000 to replace the roof on that structure. We didn't anticipate that time. At that time, the appropriation necessary in the building improvement fund. To do that job, as a result, we have to do a supplemental budget to increase both the revenues and appropriation authority to not violate local budget law. So I would recommend approval of the supplemental budget and passing of resolution 26-03.
Do we have a motion?
Move approval of resolution 26-03.
And I'll second that. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes for resolution 2603. That brings us to the CAFA grant and resolution 2604. Mr. Greg Hansen.
Again, Mr. Chair, members of the board, I'm recommending approval of resolution 26-04. This is for the upcoming fiscal year of 26-27 and putting in for the CAFA grant, which is what partially funds our assessment and taxation program in the county. It was first started way back when in 1989, at which time the state provided about 35 cents on the dollar. Since then, that percentage has eroded over time, and we are now looking at approximately 10% or 10 cents on the dollar for the monies that we submit with this form. We spend approximately a little over $3 million on assessment and taxation and receive back from that about $330,000 from the state of Oregon. So I would recommend approval. And we have to submit this by May 1st. So it'd be nice to get it approved today. Thank you.
So I'll move approval of the CAFA grant and resolution 2604.
I will second that, and we'll just highlight this as one of several unfunded mandates imposed on counties by the state, and want to express gratitude to Valerie, our assessor, for her advocacy in this realm, and also bringing on commissioners, Commissioner Mordhorst, and others to advocate as well. This is something that needs to be fixed, and it puts big strain on our general fund. So thank you. You have a second.
And I just love the fact that we have 3/4 of the staff down here today witnessing this. So you all know that we totally support your efforts, and you guys go above and beyond making sure shorthanded to get things done in a timely manner. So we appreciate it very much. So with that, looking for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimous. Thank you all. Next up, monthly treasury report by Steve Milligan. We did receive that this week. And is there any discussion on that at all? Treasurer's not here, but if we have questions, we can email it. Next up is reclassification of employees. Mr. Matt Hawkins.
So before I move to the reclass, may I do something a little different?
Absolutely.
A lot of people came here to see Amy, and 3 of them were late. So I just want to say we recognized Amy. 15 years of service. I didn't want them to miss out on that opportunity. So I saw the disappointment.
You're up again.
So we queued it up.
All right, well, let's give it a round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I am here to request reclassification of several employees within our community development department. There's been some significant changes up there with loss of some employees that held very specific positions, and we've had other employees step up to receive the training to take on those positions. So we're here today to request a reclassification of Ricky Mesa, Kayla Bizon, excuse me, Sarah Bueller as well. So we're requesting that Ricky be reclassified from an assistant planner to an associate planner. That Sarah Bueller actually be reclassified from an office specialist to, but to the community development office supervisor. The reason for that larger jump is that she's actually been working out of class in that position for quite some time. And we have things in place now that we need to make this permanent and official. And then we're requesting that Kayla be reclassified from the Community Development Administrative Services Manager, it's a mouthful, to the Administrative Building Official. So she actually went and took courses to help the county out, to become an official building official. So she has been working out of class. We were able to move forward with all of these reclasses effective now because she passed her test and has the official certification in hand. So if this is approved, we're requesting that it be effective May 1st. And we're looking at approximate budgetary impact of around $7,000 for a 12-month period, which includes PERS contributions. I will say that their budget is able to handle it due to some of the losses that they've had up there.
I'm okay with it. It's great.
I'm okay and I appreciate retaining talent and dedicated employees as they advance in their career. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Do I have any need for an executive session?
Yes, sir. The board will now meet in executive session pursuant to ORS 192-660 sub 2D to conduct deliberations with persons designated by the governing body to carry on labor negotiations.
May I add one more thing before we go into executive? This is just I drafted a commissioner travel policy for review by staff and commissioners, just to ensure transparency and communication and equity amongst commissioners. Just wanted to hand this out and perhaps we could discuss it at a future meeting after staff has a chance to correct any mistakes I made.
That's great. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to the executive session.
Sir.